On November 25th, 1926, the youngest of 10 children, Nan, was born to Charles and Sarah Gordon. Until the outbreak of World War II, when Nan was 12, the family lived in Fyvie, Aberdeenshire. They then moved to Brecon City, where Nan attended Brecon High School for Girls, excelling in English and French, but choosing to leave school aged 15 to work in the Coventry Gauge and Tool Company, which had been relocated for the duration of the war. Her sisters, Madge and Chat, worked in the munitions factory. Her father was a marine engineer. Her brother Tom worked for the railway. It was his politics that inspired Nan and Madge. In 1947, when Nan was 21, she and Madge left Scotland to work in London. And in 1948, with their friend Ruth Fisher, they went to Paris for the July 14th World Peace Rally. It was in 2008 that Sarah and Amanda began exploring Nan's life, discovering her world before her stroke and what has happened since. And they wanted to frame this journey in a single seminal event. But what could that event be?
So we'll concentrate on one day. And what should we do?
Well, we could go to the theatre, or we could go to an art gallery.
What would Nan really want to do?
Well, of course, she'd really like to go back to Paris, but we can't do that.
Why not?
Here you are, leaning on the windowsill and looking back into the room, sun on your face, smiling at somebody.
And that's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful.
In May 1994, Nan had a left brain stroke, profoundly affecting her speech, leaving her paralysed down her entire right side. Wheelchair-bound, she lives in a nursing home in Pimlico, London. Sarah is a trained reader with Interact Stroke Support, using professional actors to aid rehabilitation in hospitals, hospices and stroke clubs with one-on-one readings. It was here, with the Riverside group, that she first met Nan.
What grew between us was an extraordinary friendship based on trust and intuition, almost like a sixth sense. Love, lots of laughter, and a real passion to work together. Inge.
That's right.
Yes.
But that's right.
In the vital first few days and weeks following her stroke, it seems that Nan had been let down by the system with regard to rehabilitation, especially with movement and speech. And yet, in the challenge of our work, she continues to flourish and develop, so disproves the frequently expressed view that little is likely to change after 2 years following stroke, especially past a certain age. What does it say? It says Nan and Marcel. With the help of her sisters Madge and Chat, and many of her close work colleagues and friends from her early life in France, I was able to build a rich background to share with Nan for us to explore and discuss.
But that's not all.
This interactive journey gave her new confidence, expanded her world, and very quickly revealed some remarkable and core abilities which the effects of her stroke had masked. Would have been there, 1948, selling the Daily Worker. So fantastic, isn't it?
Finally, the day of the big trip to Paris with the blessing of Nan's family, her GP and the nursing home. It had been 5 months in the planning, renewing Nan's passport, arrangements for transport in London and Paris, organising the train with special space for Nan's wheelchair and the film unit, securing the necessary permits to film at St Pancras, on Eurostar and in the streets of Paris. Last, but by no means least, booking the restaurant for the celebration feast with all Nan's beloved French friends. Barbara Bellico, from the nursing home, accompanied Nan. It was on another trip some years previously with the Riverside Stroke Group that Sara made an important discovery about Nan and language. It had been the belief that Nan's loss of speech as a consequence of her stroke also affected her ability to read.
Somebody had told me that you had been married to a Frenchman and that you spoke French. Obviously you spoke English. And then I was told that there was another language that you spoke, but I didn't know what that language was. And so I was asking you, is it Italian? And you said
No.
And then I asked you if it was Spanish, and you said no. And I went through all these languages, you know, and I knew that you had spent a great deal of your life working with the trade union movement. And I also knew, of course, that you were a very staunch socialist. In fact, you were a member of the Communist Party, weren't you? So I found myself asking this question, is it obvious, as I struggled? And you said, yes. So then I had to try and think what could be obvious about my question. And then remembering the trade union thing, I suddenly heard myself say, is it Russian? And you said, yes. And I had a piece of paper on my lap and I was just doodling, and I wrote the word Russia in letters, actually not quite as big as this, but anyway, and then I showed it to you, do you remember? And I asked you if you could read the word Russia, and you said yes. I wasn't quite sure whether I'd made myself clear or not. And then another question came into my head from nowhere. I asked you if you could see the image of the spelling of a word in your mind. And you said yes.
That's right.
So, for instance, I asked you if you could see the image of the word clock.
That's right.
And you said yes.
Yes.
I made this alphabet for you out of polystyrene. I brought the whole alphabet with a few extra letters into you the next week when we met at Riverside. And I asked you exactly the same questions, do you remember? And you came with exactly the same answers. And you pointed to your leg. And I asked you if you could see the image of the word leg in your mind. And you said that you could. And so we put some random letters and you pulled down the L, the E, and the G, and you spelt leg. And from there we carried on. I'm wondering whether you could find out of these letters the way to spell your name. Can you see how to do that? So this is the middle letter. Where's the first letter? Yes. And the third letter is? Right. And that says Nan. What does it say?
Abundance. Nan.
Brilliant. So that was a wonderful discovery. And so then I went out, do you remember, and I got you some magnetic letters from an early learning centre. And we started working with those, and you were so fast that you were doing the work quicker than I could do it. And then your nephew, Ron, brought you the first of the two laptops that we've used with a wonderful program, and you began to use that, and you were brilliant with it, weren't you? And then we upgraded that program and continued to do the work that you're doing so wonderfully today.
They started using React, a clinically designed computer program for people with aphasia after stroke and communication difficulties. Initially using a thumb-controlled mouse, it was immediately and 100% clear that Nan could read. Inspired by Nan's growing confidence and success, they upgraded, and to maximise the speed of her ability, decided to enrich the experience by collaborating. Nan pointing to the answer, Sara moving the cursor.
Here's our word at the bottom of the screen. Can you see it? Read the word carefully. Yes, I'm tired and I want to go to...
bed.
Brilliant. Oh, this is a tough one. Oh, brilliant. It's a zip. What is it?
Dip.
Ooh, gosh, that's so good. I'm really impressed. The setting of the...
Sun.
Brilliant. Setting of the sun.
The side.
This is one of these action ones. Yes, brilliant. He's got his fist and he's going to hit. What is he going to do? He's going to...
Hit.
Brilliant. Can you read the word? Now read the word carefully. E-A-T. Yes, she's hungry, so she wanted something to
Eat.
Absolutely amazing. Well done. We're going to start with our word associations. And Piccadilly,
Second.
wonderful. Buckingham,
Palace.
the Tower of...
London.
Marvellous. Let's do some shops. Army and
Meatball.
Marx and...
Lenin.
I mean, what's clear when, doing this kind of work is that if someone could be working every day with Nan, even if it was just half an hour, the frustration is that people aren't working with her every day. We work as frequently as we can, but the reward is this progression. I mean, for instance, look at your watch now. Look at your watch now. Right, can you see the time? You can recognize the time. But just as a little experiment, starting from 1, let's count through and you stop at the time it is. Okay, so starting 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
and it is 11 o'clock.
That's it.
The house is like a series of illustrations by Beatrix Potter. Do you know her work, Beatrix Potter? Mm-hmm. Can you say that for me?
I want to see
Beatrix
Potter.
Yes. Is that whole page in focus?
That's right.
It is.
But I can't speak. I can't speak.
I know you can't speak. Except that you can. I mean, you can't speak what you want to speak.
That's
But
right.
you are able... Actually, it's the first time I've ever heard you say that sentence, I can't speak. I've never heard you say that before. What Nan just demonstrated then was streets ahead of what she was able to do the last time we did this. What that reveals to me, I don't know whether this is scientific or not, is that things are actually being absorbed all the time, that some kind of muscular memory is being stimulated and shifts are being made. There's no doubt about that. Aren't you pleased with yourself?
No.
You should be. You should be. Well, I know it's all relative.
That's right.
I know.
That's right.
But given the relative circumstances, what you've just revealed there, what you just demonstrated, was fantastic. Because you were following it, Nan.
That's right.
You were pointing to every
That's
word. You were
right.
reading it.
That's right. Well, come.
Off to see Mark Rylance in Samuel Beckett's Endgame. Nan's passion for theatre and art began when she first came to London, inspired by wartime artist and family friend Jack Meny. Later, in France, another friend, Spanish painter Joaquin Penado, introduced her to his close colleague and fellow compatriot, Pablo Picasso, visiting his studio in Paris. Here in Flowers East Gallery, enjoying a Boyd and Evans exhibition.
Gradually, I'm able to gather together a picture of what her life was from the time that she left Scotland, really up until the time that she had her stroke. Every now and again, I was making little brackets just to notice where I was at a certain point. Like in 1947, when Nan first came to London from Scotland, I was 3 years old. In 1948, I think it was, you had to leave Coulsdon, Surrey, and somehow or another, I don't know how it was, you got a little place in a house here in Opperton's Road, which is here on the map. And here's Primrose Hill, and you go along Primrose Hill Road like this, and then you carry along Belsize Park Gardens, which is where I lived at that time, right at the other end near Belsize Village, but about 10 minutes away from you.
That's
We were
wonderful.
both there in 1948. There we were, separated by 10 minutes. And very possibly, as my mother pushed me in my pushchair, we passed you in the street, maybe. I like to think we did. Then in July 1948, you went to Paris. This was Bastille Day.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the most amazing photograph. I don't know how Ruth managed to take this picture. And this is you. So this is at the Arc de Triomphe. And then on the other side, we've got you in the Champs-Élysées, having a drink, having a bit of a flirt, it seems to me. Draping yourself across Dave. So here you are in 1948. So here I am standing on the corner of the Rue Montmartre and the Rue de Louvre. This is number 37. And this very impressive building has gone through various lives, but in 1947 it became the headquarters of L'Humanité. This is a photograph of Nan and her friend Ruth Fisher standing outside the building in 1948. L'Humanité was, and still is, the defining left-wing newspaper. So this would have been a really important place for the group coming from London to visit during their week's stay. You went with Progressive Tours, didn't you?
Yes.
Which was part of the Youth Communist League,
No.
a group, wasn't it?
Yes.
And you went with your friend Ruth Fisher
That's right.
and your sister Madge.
That's right.
And you stayed in Paris, I think, for about 5 days, didn't you? And you went on that huge, big march. And on that march in 1948, you were to meet your first husband,
Yes.
Marcel.
Yes.
And later, you married your beloved Reg Millard, whom you met when you both worked for the Association of Scientific Workers Union. Then when you married Marcel and went to live in Paris, you eventually worked as a translator, didn't you, and interpreter with Marcel. And you went to Prague,
That's right.
didn't you?
Yes.
And there you met Marie-Louise Gedge.
I went as a German translator, from German to French. So we were about 10 people there. We would work practically all night. It was a very important Congress. Jean-Paul Sartre was there. So many Nobel Prizes were there. This was a time of the Cold War. And so when so many people, they had in mind that they could maybe bring peace while meeting, because they were all people of goodwill, not at all, like everybody said at the time, communists, not at all. So many people who just wanted to put an end to that terrible state.
In just under an hour, we'll get to Paris. And when we get off at Paris, we're going to go down here, down the Magenta, which is where you had your hotel. Do you remember?
Amanda guiding the group to the entrance of the Gare du Nord, where two of the Briand sisters, Nan's lifelong friends, Florence and Agnès, are waiting to greet her. Their sister, Marianne, Nan's goddaughter, will join them later for the celebration meal.
My goodness, we made it. We did it. We did it. We did it, darling. Then I'm imagining that on the day of the big march, you came out and you would have walked down to the République.
That's right.
And then I think you went to, then you marched to Père Lachaise, didn't you?
That's right.
And then you marched back from Père Lachaise to, can you say it for me? Bastille.
Bastille.
Pardon.
That's right.
La lune étoilée sur les toits de Paris illuminait la cité de l'amour. Les amants sur la scène, des étoiles dans les yeux. À Paris, tu es si belle, Paris. Toutes les histoires d'amour à Paris, souvenirs de jeunesse avec joie et tristesse restent, toujours restent dans les cœurs. À Paris, tu es si belle, Paris. Souviens-toi, chérie, de la nuit à Pigalle, tes lèvres sur mes lèvres et l'orage qui brille. Tu m'as donné un baiser, je m'en souviens si bien. Je t'aime, je t'adore, m'avais-tu dit? Ce baiser d'or, le plus beau de ma vie, ce baiser si tendre de l'amour à venir là, de l'amour à Paris, tu es si belle, Paris. Tous les garçons et les filles de Paris, la main dans la main, le cœur dans le cœur, plein d'amour, plein d'esprit, de joie et de vie. À Paris, tu es si belle, Paris. Toutes les histoires d'amour à Paris, souvenirs de jeunesse avec joie et tristesse restent, toujours restent dans les cœurs. À Paris, tu es si belle, Paris.
It was a great day, wasn't it?
Wonderful day.
It was a wonderful, wonderful day. It's great to look through all these things, isn't it?
That's right. Because that's wonderful. Wonderful. I want to say so many things.
I know.
À Paris, tu es si belle, Paris. Toutes les histoires d'amour à Paris. Souvenirs de jeunesse avec joie et tristesse.